So, top 5 becomes top 3. This is the way it goes, right? In this competition at this stage, it's like they're all brilliant singers. They could all have a career if they worked hard and made the right choices and surrounded themselves with the right people. They all sing well. So it's just a question of who do people vote for? And sometimes, I know throughout the years in Idol, sometimes they've announced there were like 1,000 votes difference between somebody who went home and somebody who got saved or through to the next round. So that's why it's so important that you vote. If you're in the United States and you can vote, you really should vote for the person you love. So NICOLINA here, beautiful voice, great singer, done really well throughout the competition, grew so much as a person in confidence, in performance skill. She has not made it. She is not in the final 3. But we're going to check out her performances and see if we can work out some things, right? So firstly, we're going to listen to her singing Blown Away along with her little mentor session with Carrie Underwood.
Song did you?
So I went with Blown Away. Watching Carrie Underwood sing and absolutely slay Blown Away is definitely adding some pressure. I'm just going to really take in that performance and, grab little Carrie-isms from it and just try and really embody the energy she brings to the stage.
Dry lightning cracks across the sky.
I think she definitely made Blown Away her own. I mean, immediately when she started singing, I was like, oh, you slowed it down.
Shatter every window till it's all blown away.
One of the things I love about this song is that there's just this strong female in the center of it.
I think that this song speaks to who I am because it's about taking a gross time in your life and just taking that anger and that rage and just letting it out when it needs to be let out and just feel powerful and like a strong woman.
To rip the nails out of the bed.
So here's a fun little tidbit about me.
Okay.
I don't like in-ears because I don't know how to use them.
Okay.
I find myself pulling it during every performance.
I just feel like you just gotta practice, but learning how to communicate with whoever is running the controls is also important.
My favorite part about getting to meet Carrie Underwood and getting to talk to her was just hearing her experiences and her advice.
She's just got this big, beautiful voice. Yes. And she's gonna crush it.
So, good song choice. I think NICOLINA has been making very smart choices throughout the competition. She chooses a song that connects with her or that she can connect with, vice versa. And yeah, I love seeing her being herself. And if this is the one big thing that she got from this whole journey, then I think it was definitely all worth it for her. So let's see what she did in the live show.
Dry lightning cracks across the sky. Those storm clouds gather in her eyes. Her daddy was a mean old mister. Mama was an angel in the ground. The weatherman called for a twister. She prayed, blow it down. There's not enough rain in Oklahoma to wash the sins out of that house. There's not enough wind in Oklahoma to rip the nails out of the past. Shatter every window till it's all blown away. Every brick, every board, every slamming door blown away.
Okay, so yeah, she slowed it down, but then when the kick came in, they sped up the tempo, obviously deliberately. I don't like that. I would have said if that was the tempo that you want to do the same tempo from the start. Or if you start it slower, then keep it like that. That's just my personal opinion. Don't like that. Also, she can sing the low notes. This is A minor. Da 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 da. Not too low for her, but it feels like she wants to do more. She wants to produce more sound in the lows than she's comfortable doing. And obviously, you know, singers choose a key that they can do the low in, but also it's not too high, so they can jump up the octave and punch out the high notes. So if I was her, I would have maybe taken this up at least a semitone. You know, when you get to the edges of your range, not your range, but the edges to what you're comfortable with, then a semitone makes a huge difference. So even taking it up to B flat minor would have made, I think, a positive impact here, because she tends to like push too much air and sort of over sing with sort of the performance, the adrenaline and her drive to connect emotionally. And then if it's too low, not too low like you can't sing it, but too low for that moment, then you push too much air onto it, and yeah, it spoils it a little bit. But anyway, let's hear her finish.
There's nothing left standing, nothing left of yesterday.
See, that's too low.
Every tear soaked whiskey memory blown away. Blown away. There's not enough rain in Oklahoma to wash the sins out of that house. There's not enough wind in Oklahoma to rip the nails out of the past. Shatter the window till it's all blown away. Every brick, every board, every slamming door blown away. Till there's nothing left standing, nothing left of yesterday. Oh no, every tear soaked whiskey memory blown away, blown away.
Sorry, but I just want to say that I don't think the arrangement is exactly what she needs. I feel like the way she's delivering the vocal, the style, the effect that she wants to create in her version is not really backed up by the band. I don't know if that makes sense, if you agree. But it's like she's pumping and the music's not pumping behind her. That's really strange for me. And I'm just now convinced that she should have taken this up. Not a semitone, a whole tone. If she did B minor / D major, she can easily hit the Ds. I've heard her do it. And it would have had much more sparkle and impact for me. So yeah. Yeah, no, good job. Like I've said before, my opinion is she's a great singer. She's come along in leaps and bounds as a stage performer. So good job. She does run out of breath a little bit here and there. I've heard that, you know, she said that the COVID she had a little while ago really did affect her breathing, and it can actually, I have heard of many people whose lung capacity has actually been impacted permanently, and they have to be quite deliberate if they want to, you know, build it up again, like exercise. Not practice, exercise, like physical exercise, a very tailored plan. But anyway, so maybe it was the COVID that affected that, but maybe she's just not thinking about her breathing enough. You have to be very intentional if you have big phrases on high-ish pitches in a big voice. Where, hey, she did it at one stage soon after she started a phrase, which sort of interrupted the phrase for me a little bit. So yeah, but good job. I think the main thing for me is just that she was performing much harder with her body and with her voice than what the arrangement was doing behind her. And then next, Nicolina sang All I Ask by Adele. Which, you know, when she chooses Adele, and when she has in the past, it worked well for her. When she chooses it, it makes sense. I don't know. I've not heard this at all. So this is going to be a first reaction. I'm keen to hear what she did with the Adele song.
My heart at the door. I won't say a word. They've all been said before, you know. Why don't we just play pretend like we're not scared of what is coming next? We're scared of having nothing left. Look, don't get me wrong, I know there is no tomorrow. All I ask is if this is my last night with you, take me by the hand while we do what lovers do. It matters how this ends. 'Cause what if I never love again? Let this be our lesson in love. Let this be the way we remember us. I don't wanna be cruel or vicious. And I ain't asking for forgiveness. All I ask is if this is my last night with you, take me by the hand while we do what lovers do. It matters how this ends. 'Cause what if I never love again?
Sorry, you might have seen me trying to almost stop there several times. And then something happened. I thought, no, let's keep going. So, a better performance for me than the previous song. I thought it started really low, which proves that she can sing really low. She does it in a beautiful, warm, breathy kind of tone. That little flip that she did close to the end, the pitch was a little bit off. She has had some pitchy moments for me, the last few performances. I think, I'm trying to work it out. Sometimes as a singer, you choose to emote, so you choose the emotional connection, and then the kind of sound follows. Or you deliberately choose a kind of sound that you know will convey the emotion. That sounds almost like the same thing, but it's not. So for me, she emotes, and then the sound follows. And you would say, yeah, but that's probably the most natural way, right? That's the way it should be. And yes, to a degree, but I think sometimes the sound changes so much, the way she forms her vowels, where the sound resonates in her mouth, the placement of the vowels, further back or in the middle or more forward, the lighter tone versus the darker, fuller tone. Sometimes it changes so quickly, then I realize, oh, it's because of what she's feeling. And clearly she was emotional, right, at the end of the song. But then it was a little bit of a disconnect for me. I would rather have had a... I can't speak sometimes. Sorry, it's Tuesday. I would rather have seen her control the sound, be intentional with the kind of sound that she knows will convey her emotion. And I think that's part of maturity. I'm not saying she's immature. I'm talking about maturing as a performing artist. Nobody in their 20s can have the same maturity on stage, if they persist with their career, that somebody has in their 50s. Obviously, right? Because you have to live a little bit. You have to see life. You have to go through stuff. And that makes you grow in that area. But anyway, just interesting thing that I picked up just then. I really do wish her well. I hope she gets the right people around her. So important. I say that a lot, but I've seen so many brilliantly gifted singers just not get anywhere after they've had maybe major exposure like this, because they signed the wrong deals, they connected with the wrong people who promised them the moon. And I always say, find someone with whose heart you can connect as a singer. If they can clearly connect with your heart, with who you really are, you will know. But you have to pursue that. You have to pursue peace about the core of somebody and not just listen to them promising you the world. Anyways, thanks for taking a look at Nicolina with me. We will see her again in the finale and so on, so it's not totally the end, but yeah, she's out of the running for the next American Idol. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And this is Johan Bester from Charisma Performing Arts, saying until we see each other again, please take care of yourself.